This Hangout Air is live.
Live. Hold on.
I want to make sure on the YouTube channel thing. It says live.
Okay. Ethereum cryptocurrency.
There we go. Ooh, wow, my web.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. I see it on the YouTube channel. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Shoot. Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay, let me shut that off. We have 2 people watching already. Look at you, 740 subscribers, dude.
Oh,
That's
man.
quick.
Yeah, dude, I got blessed with that. I think the giveaway I did, like my first YouTube video is basically like, hey, I'm going to give away a Ledger wallet. Subscribe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't you like send Trevon James some stuff? Like you sent him like a Ledger, or you sent him a Keep Key or something?
Ledger and Nano. Yeah, he was talking about he had some trouble, I think, with like a wallet or something, and something happened with some coin. I was like, dude, here, have like a hardware wallet. These things are awesome.
Yeah.
I guess
that's awesome. Yeah, he had some issues. Cool. So we're waiting for some people to come in.
Yeah. I figure my channel's not as big as yours, bro. Like 10K subscribers. Congrats.
I don't know where those came from. I think I just got lucky because Amanda had stopped her channel just as I started mine. And so people had like this void in their heart and they just started watching my channel. But yours is growing quick, and there's like everybody has a different style. You're the Philly dude. You have the Bitcoin tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah, Tone Vase loved that, dude. He was at my meetup the other day, and he couldn't get enough of it. He was mad as shit that it wasn't scanning, though. He was like, "Man, that sucks." And I was like, "It got infected." So I mean, I can't blame the tattoo artist, but it happens.
That sucks. It doesn't scan then.
Nah.
That sucks.
My T-shirt does, and I have a hat, so like you can send me money to my apparel.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the T-shirt works.
Let's see. We got 7 viewers.
Love hearing Philly accent. Yeah.
So
yeah, you got some chat going on here.
Let's see. It's hard to watch it on the YouTube side.
It's funny because some of the people, I hear you. Some of the people who watch your channel watch my channel. So I know Nog, I know Block Noob. Oh, you saw this? I linked it on Steemit too. So it looks like Acidio is here from Steemit. Awesome.
Awesome. What's up, guys?
On a few places. What's up?
All right. Well, I guess we could get started. First and foremost, Omar, thank you so much for making the time. I know we had to reschedule a couple of times, but I appreciate you setting this time aside to have this chat with me. It is hella cool of you. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. You're an awesome dude. You're so enthusiastic and passionate. You got the BitcoinPodcast.com. Honestly, I'm just happy to be here, chill with you finally live.
Yeah, dude, it's been a long time in the making. I've been a fan of your show for a year now, man. So it's kind of fourth wall to be actually talking to you.
Yeah. I don't know, but I feel like we've been friends. So like, even though we haven't done it live, I don't know, it doesn't feel that different.
Yeah, no,
I've seen your stuff. You've seen my stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I've actually haven't been I haven't asked you many personal questions. I kind of saved them all for this moment, I guess. I've always wanted to know, like, what got you into Bitcoin? Like, what was that conversation, or what was that moment that got you like where you're at now? Where did it all start?
Well, it's been I guess it's been coming since I don't know. I mean, I tinkered around with the deep web like everybody else. So I bought some Bitcoin first to see how I could buy stuff, see if I could actually get something through the deep web. It seemed crazy to me. So I actually ordered, like, and I'll be honest, I don't care. I ordered I think a dime or a dub of weed, and it said like stealth. So I had to learn all about PGP, like chat, and how to encrypt my stuff with private public keys. And I don't know, I actually bought it, which is crazy to me. You have to pay a premium whenever you buy on these sites. But it got to my house, and I looked at it, and I'm like, this is crazy that I can actually do this. So, I mean, that's the first time I used Bitcoin. Then I used it transactionally to buy supplements. You probably heard me say on my channel. So, like, I would get a 10% discount for buying on a certain site, a 10% discount by paying with Bitcoin. So it just seemed like a smart bet. And then officially I started holding Bitcoin when Mike Hearn, who was one of the biggest Bitcoin believers and investors and guys in the space, like you hear about Roger Ver and Greg Maxwell now, he was in there, said that Bitcoin was dead. So the price crashed somewhere to like $285, and I was like, oh, that's it. I'm just gonna buy some. So I just started buying there. As a diversifying thing. Then I got so interested, like everybody else. Once you start making money and you see your money going up, because I think that point really was when the bear market ended. Like literally the first day I bought, so the price was always going up. So then I started hearing about Ethereum later on and all these other things. You just start eating it all up, watching as many videos as you can. Yeah, and then I started mining.
What videos did you go to? Who was your go-to YouTube personality when you first got into it?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, firstly, I was really into looking at like everybody else, like fluoride stuff and all this conspiracy stuff. So then I ended up on the financial collapse stuff and reading all about the economy. And then I was getting into stocks at that point too. So I wanted to know, is my stuff going to be safe? And I know you're getting into stocks now and things like that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's awesome. It definitely does
working out for you?
this. Yeah. I got Snapchat at like 20 and that's climbing. And I got some marijuana stocks. And marijuana stocks are climbing, and I just saw a thing for Canada go nationwide legalization, so that's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's cool. They're legal nationwide now.
I don't know if it was fake news or not. I didn't get a chance to really vet the article, but it looked legit. It looks like Canada may be going nationwide recreational. I hope so. That makes sense. I mean, but yeah, dude, that's what Bitcoin and then Ethereum stocks, like pretty much domino effect.
Yeah, that's true. So one of the stocks that I first bought was Altria Marlboro that I've been holding forever because they have an awesome dividend. Yeah, it pays like almost 5% quarterly. It's crazy. It's a really good dividend, and they always go up. They're a sin stock, so you might feel bad about it, but at the end of the day, people get their cigarettes anyway. Like a homeless guy.
I feel like Bitcoin is a sin stock. You know what I mean? Like the more people need it, the usually those situations suck, and that makes Bitcoin go up.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, people will beg for their next meal and still buy cigarettes at $8 a pack. And apparently they did research and they found people are willing to pay up to $6 per pack. So I thought it was smart. Plus, legally, with marijuana becoming more and more legal, they didn't want to talk about it while it was illegal federally. But this is slowly going to be coming, to the front line. So I think that's a good company. So I started getting into that, and then Bitcoin was outperforming everything else though.
Yes, that's where I'm having so much trouble buying other stuff. It's like I want to get some of these shares. I want to buy silver and gold, but it's like the return is so much bigger and better with Bitcoin. Why would I buy that? But
I bought some stocks like last week, and I'm like, I don't know why. You're supposed to be safer, but they don't return as much. I bought like some mining shares. Yeah, it's true. So I started doing that. Then I started mining Ethereum because I had a buddy tell me on Instagram, like, you should look at Ethereum. And I was like, no, it's nothing besides Bitcoin.
Doing that, man. That was awesome. It made me want to get into mining. And then I looked into it, and you are a hella smart guy. I mean, for sure. Cause that is hella hard.
I'm just like everybody else. When I become like really interested in something, I just can't stop gobbling up information, and I become obsessed. So I just started buying parts and buying parts and buying parts on eBay, Amazon. I would go to local Miami, and it took me like weeks, probably like a month to put together like my first one seriously. Then you come into issues, and I was just sitting on the floor with boxes everywhere and screws, and putting stuff together. You'll run into weird issues. Like some other boards can't take more than 7 cards at a time, and some of these cards have 2 cards built into them, so I couldn't get the full amount that I wanted, that I had bought for, and I didn't understand why the motherboard wouldn't start. You run into weird little problems. So it's but it was the best thing I ever did because I have a steady stream of money coming in daily, and it's been pretty damn profitable mining Zcash recently because the prices for everything went up. Honestly, I just haven't looked at it too much. I stopped obsessing over the numbers, but it's been steady. It's cool. Like it's definitely paid for itself over.
Oh, for sure, man. I've been looking into. I'm considering putting the investment out for the rig only because, and I hope my landlord isn't watching, but I get my electricity is included in my rent, so I don't actually pay an electric bill.
Oh, that's scary, dude. Though, because when I moved to my apartment here, I was asking the guy, so what is the rent? What is the rent? Okay, what is electricity cost? And he says, oh, don't worry about the electricity. It's only like the last tenant paid like $50 a month. And I said, oh well, let me tell you up front that my last bill was $400. So you don't be scared if you get the bill. Just send it to me. It's probably gonna be obscene. Yeah, and he was like, no joke. The first month, it was like $412.
He was used to 50.
I don't know. Yeah, it blew his mind. I didn't even try to explain it to him why, but
I got 3 tanning beds.
You should probably
don't worry about it.
You have 3 tanning beds?
No, that's what I was saying. If your electric bill looks weird, just be like, I got 3 tanning beds.
That's true. Damn, that's what I do. At my next place, I still have to pay for it too, unfortunately.
You got to get yourself some solar panels and make it eco-friendly.
Yeah. I saw that Futures dude in the Bitcoin conference talking about these solar panel collecting storage battery units you put on the side of your house that they're creating, that literally you put your entire roof and shingles of solar cells that all look different, look like brick, look like graphite, whatever you want it to look like.
It's Tesla, isn't it?
It might be, yeah. And then it just stores it there.
Yeah, Tesla has that new wall battery that can store power.
That's what it is.
Collected by the solar panels, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, yeah.
That Tesla stock is ridiculous. I can't believe I didn't buy Solar City, and then Tesla acquired Solar City, and now Tesla is like going through the roof.
What's Solar City? I didn't even know what that is.
Solar City is what Tesla acquired to do the solar panels. They designed the sexy solar panels thing. Their stocks were like $16. Tesla announced sexy solar panels. They went up like $10, and then Tesla acquired Solar City. It was a crazy chain of events. And I just watched. I sat on the sidelines watching. You know what I mean? I was like, if only I had money.
Yeah. Money is, it takes money to make money for sure.
Dude, trust me. I know. I got into Bitcoin. My first month in Bitcoin, I was already at a patent attorney's office trying to talk about patenting an idea.
Yeah. You're a go-getter. So what are you working on right now? So what exactly is everything you're working on? We're all working like 50 things each.
I know, man. It sucks. It doesn't suck, but it's a lot. So I'm starting my own channel on the Bitcoin podcast where we're going to start, posting my own content on the actual podcast separately. I'm doing the YouTube interviews. I actually have a couple lined up after this as well. So that's going to start going really well. This is the first of many, hopefully. I'm writing the articles for the descriptions of the Bitcoin podcast episodes, and I'm trying to make time to write articles for Cointelegraph, but I can't find the amount of time to make the quality I would want with my name on it on their publication. So it's really hard for me to just submit something to them and be like, here, post this, because I don't like it. I can't find the time yet. I'm not making a lot doing this. This is totally for fun right now. I have like 1 or 2 hella crazy supporters that hook me up. Like, I don't have to beg for change. Like, these 1 or 2 of these people out here, love you guys. You know who you are. Thank you so hella much. I mean, so I do have some people helping me out, but it's really hard to just make time where I can take a day off from work and just focus on a video or an article.
Yeah, I hear you.
I have like 5 different things going on. But yeah, right now it's going to be hopefully my own channel on the bitcoinpodcast.com where I have my own podcast episodes there where it's solo, me and you. And I'm pretty sure this audio will probably be on there soon.
Yeah, that would be great. I was thinking of doing the same thing, kind of splitting off every episode I do, since you don't really need to see what you're looking at. Anything you can just extract the audio from and create a podcast out of. And it's another way for you to share that information. Some people prefer to listen to it and not waste bandwidth driving in their car to work and just listening to an audio or going to sleep instead of watching it. So that's another way to just get your stuff out there. Cool.
Yeah, I posted a video actually on my own YouTube channel, and it definitely could hurt my view count, but it actually showed my viewers how to watch or listen to my content in the background without paying for YouTube Red.
Yeah.
So people do
like YouTube Red is cool. The YouTube Red thing, primarily because it came for free with Google Home. So you get to tell Google to play music basically straight from YouTube, so you can play any song because they have anything on YouTube, but you get 6 months free of YouTube Red. So that's a pretty neat benefit of buying. Yeah,
I got the Amazon Alexa thing.
$20. Yeah, I have one of those too.
What do you like better? Because apparently the Amazon one's the one that won every award at I think it was the CEDIA or something like that, or one of those conferences or whatever tech events. It like won first place.
It depends on who you are. depends who you are, because honestly, I just use the music mostly. And so to be able to get any song from YouTube with Google Home is way more important to me than the problems I get with Alexa because she can't find a song constantly.
Can't you choose different ones though? You can go in and choose Amazon Prime, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. So if you say play the song, it'll go to one of those channels.
That's true. But even with all three of them linked between me and my girlfriend, we have pretty much all those. I found YouTube was the best.
It really is.
Plus,
you're not wrong.
Yeah. Plus, I tried playing like an old song from my band, and YouTube played it. Like somehow she pulled it up. Yeah, you could probably pull up your podcast through YouTube or something. She would just play
we
it,
do.
Which is
the
kind of interesting.
YouTube channel, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what else did you want to?
Yeah, I guess we can segue into.
I hope I answered that.
Yeah. I would like to segue into how do you see the the Florida crypto scene versus the California crypto scene? Like, have you? I don't know if you had enough time over there to see a difference, but if any, have you?
Definitely. I mean, I've been here forever, and I probably know 2 people who got into it, and I got some people into it in Miami. And over there, it's just, you're next to San Francisco. You're next to very open-minded people. You have very intelligent people, what I found. People who are more interested than Miami because it's a very tourist-based city. So here, everybody comes just to kind of party. Right now, it's spring break, Ultra Winter Music Festival. So it's just the streets are littered with party cups. People come here not to really learn. Like in Philly, Boston, New York, you have some centers of, I guess, scholastic types, people who are more intellectual types who would go to a bar in the corner, and you have a coffee shop like in Washington, D.C. that also has a bunch of books and people just sitting around reading and talking to each other and having intelligent conversation. You don't see that in Miami. It's very rare. So I saw a lot more of that in Los Angeles. Pretty much everybody that I talked to knew what either Bitcoin was or cryptocurrencies. I talked to some actors sitting at a restaurant. Everyone I met knew what Bitcoin was. Here, it would be difficult for anybody to know more than the word. And
dude, I'm
so
excited
I don't know.
Man. That's awesome.
Yeah. And so many people interested in meeting up and who live out there. So I'm gonna start meetups probably out there.
That's what I was gonna say. Dude, that's why I was excited. I was like, dude, I'm excited for that because it sounds like you're gonna be hella busy now in that environment.
Yeah,
so that's awesome. I look forward to all the content.
Yeah, it's gonna be 9 to 5. My plan is literally 9 to 5 every day, or whenever I can, make videos. Literally make this a job, like 8-9 hours a day, not have to have another boss, just research stuff, see what's going on, make video, do interviews, do whatever I have to do. And it's
your subscriber count. I can see this being your daily job, man. And I hope that it keeps going and growing that way.
Thank you, man.
Dude, your channel helped me so much, man, with all your information.
Oh yeah,
dude, especially on early Ethereum shit. I could not comprehend it. Nobody was talking about it. And then there was you with the analogies, the quips, like the way to refer it to this, so it was like relatable to that. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. And then I bought some right before Coinbase got it, and I was like, all right. And then I bought some more, and now I'm pretty comfortable, and it was awesome. And I owe that understanding pretty much to you and your channel, and I know a lot of other people do too.
Thanks, man. It means a lot to know that I could relate things, and I feel like maybe I don't do that enough now. Sometimes, like I'm sure you do, you catch yourself like, does anybody know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Bitcoin Cornland? Let me go back. I did that today while just doing a video.
You got to talk to 1 month old you, 1 month old in the crypto you. You know what I mean? That's what I try to do.
They say if you understand something, then you can explain it better. And if you don't understand it, it makes it difficult. So before I do anything, I try to really just kind of get the bigger scope of everything, not get into the finer technical things. But that's really awesome to hear, dude. I feel like you do the same thing. You're relatable. People get you. They hear your Philly accent. You're not you're a real person, so they appreciate it and they relate to you. So that's cool. That's people just want to hear another person, right? You just want to hear the truth.
That's pretty much why I just do what I do. I don't try to like oversell anything or try to act like I know more than I do. I mean, I tell everybody like I'm not a professional in this. I'm just hella enthusiastic. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm just saying this is what I did. This is what I'm doing, and that's it. And so far so good. You know, and if anybody's following along, I'm sure they're happy so far.
Yeah. I got lucky myself. I just had a bunch of lucky picks, right? I mean, who knows? Anything else could have taken off. But now I'm like, I'm thinking I'll make an economy token or a Melonport token that literally is my entire portfolio. And then if y'all want to invest in it, y'all can follow it that way.
Right. You know what? That would
be neat, right? You have the Kenneth portfolio.
That would be cool, man. I was hoping Lawnmower IO before they got acquired by CoinDesk or whatever. I was hoping they were going to do some kind of like S&P 500 crypto thing where I could put like $10 a week in and they would just diversify throughout all these coins. And it doesn't seem to be going that route. So if anybody's listening, a developer, develop that app. I'll use the shit out of it.
What's Lawnmower? I never heard of that.
Oh, dude, Lawnmower. I used it to do reoccurring purchases for Bitcoin and Ethereum early on when before Coinbase had it and before Coinbase kept track of that portfolio thing in the corner. I wanted to know when I bought the $5 a week or whatever worth of Bitcoin, what I was buying it at and what it was worth now, and then what the overall total average was, gain and loss. And Lawnmower did that for me for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And to show people how much I made, I just whipped out Lawnmower and showed them the percentage on gain.
Yeah, I would do that on Instagram. Still kind of do sometimes. I have you on there, I think.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So where do you see crypto going from here, man? Like, do you see, it just going, mainstream? Do you see that 5 to 10% of traditional standard investors moving over to this space? Or like, what do you think's happening?
That's a great question. 5 to 10% of traditional investors is kind of a reach right now. Maybe, but that's a good one. I think it is growing because you can tell just by the number of subscribers I've get, or the amount of people subscribe to all the Reddit forums, to the amount of groups, if you look on Facebook, that exist related to this, just the amount of attention, the amount of dApps coming out, and the dApps coming out, it's crazy for me for Ethereum. They haven't even reached their full potential because we haven't seen Casper yet, so they can't even. They're kind of cautious because they're creating companies, they're funding companies, taking people out of other jobs in order to fund a company that might not succeed if Vitalik doesn't succeed in taking off Casper. But if Casper takes off, if these companies begin to release working products like Golem and Digix, people start using them and making the hype. How awesome it is to pull up a browser, a little dApp browser that's decentralized, that can't be shut down, on your phone. And there are countless apps that are free that allow you to make money or lend out and loan money. Just the amount of power to the individual coming. People don't even understand. You can't explain to it how Steemit works until you experience it, for example.
I got some mind-blowing stuff for that right there. Not to cut you off too soon, but like I already see a problem with stuff like that. And I hope everybody sees it with me. I'm not anybody up, but I mean, like, those dApps, if they are doing they're disrupting, the centralized ecosystem. All Apple has to do is do what they did with Dash and say, nah, it's cut off. Android operating system doesn't like to use dApps. Android operating system, now you can't use dApps. iOS operating system doesn't approve of it. So like these devices that we use, I think somebody like Ledger has to come out with something like that Ledger Blue, but a little bit, on that more powerful side for those dApps, because we can't let people depend on centralized operating systems if you want to run decentralized applications. You know what I mean? Like,
isn't Android decentralized? It's technically open source, right, but you have the companies who make their phones or whatever.
Yeah, and if somebody could say, Samsung could be regulated and now they have to use a certain version of Android. It's just, I could see all these roadblocks coming. I just hope, so like I said, I hope Ledger or somebody out there is like, you know what, if these hardware and software companies decide to keep doing like Apple did with that whole no more Dash, like I was like, that was like a wake-up call. I was like, wait, what? How can you do that?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And that's why I'm saying 5 to 10% of traditional investors, it's still really early for that. There are going to be a lot of obstacles and roadmap blocks just like that. But ultimately, you can't stop what is the truth. And there's no truth bigger than self-empowerment and being able to share and give and share information technology without censorship when it's the truth, when you're not giving fake news, and allow people to decide what is fake news and what they want to hear instead of filtering it out to us. It'll win out in the end because it's just what the universe wants.
Right, exactly. I'm with
That's
you.
That's the way I see it. It's what's good.
Obviously.
The river will flow in one direction. You can only try to fight it for so long before the floodgates open. And so it's on the way every day. Imagine what Satoshi thought when he first hit go, right? Like when they first started this, how big it was going to go. Just look at the small fractal that I said before that it was, and how it's just kept getting bigger. And it's only getting bigger because everybody else that knows about it talks more about it, and the word keeps spreading that way. So it's not getting, the rate of expansion isn't getting any slower, even if they're not allowing Dash. Because if enough people begin demanding Dash, eventually, like, it'll get to the point, like, if a lot of merchants are accepting it, that people are really going to get upset. How come with my iPhone, I can't get the Dash app? I'm going to buy an Android instead. And once it cuts into their profit-making model, they're going to get screwed.
Right. Yeah.
And they're going to either switch or die.
Yeah, we are the
just
market.
Money at the end of the day. Yeah. Dash is pushing hard.
Yeah, I know. I was going to ask you about that. I think I just saw a video the other day of you doing one. I caught you do a couple now a day, so it's hard to really recap everything. But you posted one about a Dash MasterCard.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that. And I just read about, or not read about. We had someone on the show talking about the token card for Ethereum. So that's
token
awesome.
Card. Yeah. Are you talking about Plutus? The Plutus card? That's been out for a while.
I think I know. I think this one's called Token.
Yep. Oh, cool.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of them, I guess.
It's going to be a smart contract debit card type deal. But yeah, it's awesome, man. These companies are coming out with things like that. Do you really think like Shift payments or BitPay's debit card, do you really think things like that help? Or do you think that hurts? Because the more people that use these networks for, buying coffee and buying this, and, does kind of spam the networks at some point. So like, does it help or hurt when, these debit cards come out and just like make it easier for everybody to start using the network?
Well, once you have the rated network for Ethereum, that allows up to 1 million transactions per second, and Visa can only do something like 10,000 transactions per second. So that completely owns Visa with less fees when it comes to something like Ethereum. And if it comes to something like Dash, I remember talking to the CTO, the Chief Technical Officer, the finance officer. They were talking about the way that the master nodes actually operate is that a lot of them don't actually run like a home computer or rig where they're storing their 1,000 Dash on there and creating a master node in order to vote or to help strengthen the network. What they're actually doing is that they're going to a provider. And yeah, that's kind of the problem with Dash too, is that they're a little more centralized in that kind of way. But they go to a provider like Amazon, and they buy space at gigabit centers, and either they manage that themselves right there through their extremely fast networks, or they get somebody else to do it for them. But most of the master nodes are running on really, really fast servers. So they have a leg up on the competition in that they are able to actually move faster and haven't been sent for that reason. And so maybe they can get away with a Dash MasterCard. But at the end of the day, the whole point is to try to get away from the whole fake fiat system. So it's like, it's not really that important if there's a MasterCard or not, I guess you could say, because the ultimate goal would be to have a fair kind of money that's not linked to MasterCard or Visa or American Express. And it would just be Dash that you're swiping at a retailer, ideally, straight up Dash.
I don't
know.
I have a question from Jay. He just wanted to know how many different coins do you invest in? I was kind of curious.
How many different coins do I invest in?
Yeah, I mean, like long term and short term. Like, what do you like to hold and what do you like to trade?
I love to obviously hold my Ether. I was holding Bitcoin too, but a small, maybe like only. I had like a certain point, 50% Bitcoin, 20% Bitcoin. Hi, Ellie. Hold on. They say hi. She's over there eating chili.
Oh, that's awesome. I need some chili.
Where is she? Can you even see her? No, you can't see her.
Nope.
Dang it. Hi. There she is. Kenneth is waving. She can't see you because the TV is facing me and I have it connected to the TV. So
I love how active she gets.
Okay, how many coins do I invest?
That's awesome. Yeah, how many coins do you hold long and short?
She'll actually even save the conversations and like email them to me later in case I want to answer some of the questions. She's the best. Ethereum's the main one I invest in now. I stopped buying so much of it because I'm happy kind of what I was doing and just kind of holding on to my gains. Plus, like I'm not really working right now, so I'm just doing the YouTube thing. So honestly, I'm working at a loss right now. I'm working out of my savings. So I'm trying my best to hold on to my Ether and other investments rather than sell them through all the other things that I do to try to make money as well. But primarily I invest in ICOs. I'll put in something every once in a while. Plus, whenever I'm getting my own donations now, so I'm sure you go get donations too. I'm not selling any, so I have like a bunch of crap. So people either want me to know about Strat or follow it. And it was really cool because like somebody gave me Strat last week and it's up like 80% from when they gave it to me. They gave me like $7 and I have like $15, which is
that's so cool.
Or like $13. Yeah, it is cool. I was like, damn, that's cool. So it gets me interested in it. So I'm holding all sorts of crap, from Melonport that I bought myself to Digix that I bought myself. I'm holding a lot, but primarily in Ethereum. That's where my baby is, in Dash. Holding primarily Dash and Ether.
What about Ethereum Classic? How do you feel about the class and the ETF?
Somebody gave me two. Somebody gave me 2 ETC the other day. Haven't sold it. The ETF. I don't know, because Barry Silbert is kind of that ETF as an Ethereum ETF. I don't know that I dig it for that reason. What he's trying to do in that way. It would be great if he just was a little more honest about it. I wish Ethereum Classic the best. I think it's cool that it's decentralized. I mean, you tell me, what are the developers doing with Ethereum Classic right now? Are they managing to get together?
Yeah, I haven't been able to follow their news. I just saw that symbiotic price right there go up with Ethereum. You know, Ethereum goes up, Classic goes up. But I haven't been able to follow the news other than the fact that they're going for the ETF. But you're right, I don't hear much chatter about, you know, developers developing on Ethereum Classic. I just hear a lot of people stomping their feet about what Ethereum Classic stands for, not what it's doing.
Yeah, it's cool to have the whole moral thing, but at the end of the day, it's the developers that are doing it, and it's people who do the work that should get the merit. So you have all the developers developing for Ethereum, and eventually they could be ported to Ethereum Classic, but that's just riding on the heels of success of Ethereum, which is pretty much what Ethereum Classic did. I understand where they came from. I just, in the long term, what do I think? It's a speculative investment, whereas to me, Ethereum is a solid investment. So that's like a gamble. Sure, it'll probably bring you 10 times increase at some point or other, because people do love to pump coins. But it's like, I remember reading a quote on Twitter, like somebody said, I forgot who it was, just because a coin might pump and dump several times and pump doesn't mean that it should be more credible, but more people tend to think it's more credible. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to change the world, which is what interests me more.
I heard Ethereum and Ethereum Classic kind of explained, and this is like my take on it, but if Ethereum smart contract was to get triggered, the information it would get would come from an Ethereum Classic contract. There would be, say, you know, websites like, you know, Fox, CNN, CSBC, whatever, those websites, they post the score to a football game. And the contract is, you know, this is going to be the winner of the game, but they're going to use ETC to announce the winner on their website, and then we're going to use ETH to place our bets or use that for our contracts. So the contracts are going to be where we use them, ETH, but where they get their information is going to be from an ETC. It's going to be a cheaper way for, you know, those people to use that token for just that little bit of everyday information. Every day, this is that score. So that's just how I kind of heard the analogy. If you make a smart contract with Ethereum ETH, its smart contract will get its information from a smart contract written in ETC. So it's pretty cool to think that if ETH does take off, it may bring ETC contracts with it.
I think that would be neat, and it would be a way for anybody to develop without fearing centralization and know, hey, my code isn't going to be stopped. So if I'm going to make a code that's going to be the base for things, then I'm going to do it on ETC, and then on Ethereum, they can do all the smart contracts and all the complicated programming that they've been developing for. But I know that this works. It's kind of like Bitcoin, and then every other altcoin kind of pegged to it.
I feel like Bitcoin and Dash have a really good relationship where if Bitcoin is gold, Dash is cash. Like I like that comparison. I mean, the more and more I got into Bitcoin, the less and less I could see it being everybody daily cash for coffee. Like the more and more and more and more I understood Bitcoin, the less and less confident I was that it was replacing the US dollar. But I was confident it's replacing gold. Like that's for sure. But we don't use gold at Walmart. We're not going to use Bitcoin at Walmart. It's like not going to happen. I mean, if Walmart accepted
You're absolutely
Bitcoin,
right.
we'd be fucked. It would just flood the network.
If there's one coin that's going to be accepted as cash, it's going to be Dash, because they're the ones marketing themselves as that they hope to be. They're fast. They have the marketing. They have the first headquarters today. They have the first HR person. They're hiring the first HR department
MMA?
for cryptocurrency.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
That is
MMA?
Dude, they bought an MMA fighter. I can't remember his name, but yes, Dash is yes.
That's awesome.
Next month, I think
that's so cool.
April 4th or something. They have a fighter in the ring wearing a Dash boxers.
What? That's awesome,
I saw
dude.
Earlier, yeah.
That got passed, or that was a proposal?
I just saw that Dash hired MMA fighter as Dash sponsors MMA fighter, and I think it was from Cointelegraph. I started browsing through it, but I was at work for like 9 hours today, and I was trading. Have you seen Bitcoin Plus and Bitcoin Dark or whatever today?
Nah.
Dude, it went up 2,700% or something.
Oh, that's why somebody was like, look at XBTC, XBC or something like that.
Don't look at it. Don't look at
shit.
it. I lost so much money. I lost so much money today. I made money and lost money so fast, bro.
You know what's funny? That's crazy. That XBC was going to be what Bitcoin Classic was going to be trading under. And it's funny because they put all these articles saying, hey, we're going to be calling ourselves XBC because the only other coin that called themselves XBC, we know it exists. Nobody uses it. Nobody trades it. It's got very low volume. So then it's probably the Bitcoin people the Bitcoin core people pumping the shit out of XBC so they can't use the name.
Are you looking at the chart
right now? That's pretty interesting. No, I'm not. I believe. Let me go check. I'm gonna go to CoinCap.
It made me sick. I saw it when it was at like plus 300.
That's crazy.
I refreshed my browser and it was plus 1,000.
XBC, Bitcoin Plus.
Ooh!
Wow! Holy shit!
Yes, bro.
It's got a $5 million market cap. I would. What the hell is that even? I would probably short the shit out of that right now.
I put 0.1 Bitcoin in. I turned it into 0.3.
It's still going up.
And then I lost it. So I'm back down to 0.1 again.
Dude, I'm going to go on fucking like Polo and short the shit out of that right now.
I was trying to
whatever I have on there.
I was going to see if you wanted to
it's still going up,
interview just to do that because I was shorting it earlier and I was like,
we can do it live.
I didn't want to push this back anymore.
It's a good I helped you out because it's still going up right now. It's up 1242%. That's crazy.
It was up only so much more.
Only 94,000 exists. And why does it have 5?
Dude, I don't know, man. I think it was just
that's a
popularity. Yeah, it was a popularity thing right there. I got in, I got out, and I got back in, and it's still not where I was. Yeah, that's half of where it was. It was at 0.1 Bitcoin, dude.
Damn, I'm gonna sell my Mine Zcash from like yesterday, which is nothing. Like short it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's starting to go down.
It moves.
It's starting to go down.
It's moving ridiculously fast. So yeah, I was curious to see if you heard it. So I guess I showed you that. I hope you don't lose any money on it, man, because I did.
Nah, I don't think you could even short it. You can't even short it on Poloniex. Nah, you can't short it. It's not even listed there. That's so funny though. That's crazy.
James Bond said if the MMA fighter gets his ass kicked, it's gonna make Dash look bad. I agree. It may not look great.
I hope they got somebody good. I mean, they waste money on other crap. So, damn. So we've got some people watching right now. James Bond, Block Noob.
Yo, guys, you have any question? Oh, who is Kenneth Bozak? Dude, I ask myself that every morning, man. I just go with the flow.
It's a good question. Oh man, I feel like I'm 20 again asking myself, who am I?
I'm just a guy trying to buy a yacht.
Eth will now rebrand to Beth. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, put a B in front of it and it'll go to the moon apparently. Anything with the word B-I or the letter B-I-T.
Damn, I'm going to have you on my channel one day and get to know who the real Kenneth Bozak is. Because that question, we could delve for hours to try to understand. Who is Ken? Deep. What makes Ken Bozak tick? Why does he put a tattoo of a coin address on himself, even though he might get an infection? That's the kind of man he is. Paintball, intense. Aloe vera plants, there's a lot going on here just from this room. Dude. We could just stare at your room and try to figure out facts.
The other side of that camera is so incriminating.
Oh, that's the fun side? You should just flip it around. You got a $2 bill here, I mean, this is great right here. Like,
Oh yeah, right there. That's history.
I could spend
man.
a whole day here.
That's going to be worth a Bitcoin one day.
Is that a real $2 bill or is that a fake one?
That's a real one.
Dude, look at mine. Look at the fridge. I have 3 of them.
Oh shit.
Damn, I got like
$2 bills are original nerd money. Like $2 bills are that's where nerd money originated. Only nerds carry $2 bills.
I keep one inside of my like glove compartment thing in the center console, and apparently it brings you money. So whenever I would keep it there, I started getting more cash tips at work. Fact.
Awesome. I'm gonna start.
It attracts
I used to carry that in my wallet, and I did get a lot of tips at work. I should definitely start carrying it again.
Yeah, I would just get scared of losing it. No, my lucky $2 bill. I lose my wallet like every 3 months.
Oh no, I lost my hardware wallet once, bro. I went insane. No. But I have my backup phrase, so I'm all good. But I was just going nuts.
Yeah. Damn, dude. You know, I haven't tested my recovery phrase now that I think about it in my ledger. Like, what if it doesn't work? I know I was very careful.
Speculate on that with you. Oh, I'm so excited you brought that up now because I'm all 14 of these viewers, man, you're welcome. Check this out. Omar, if Bitcoin forked, what are you going to do? Like, what do we do with our Bitcoin? Where do we put our Bitcoin when there is a fork? Like, what's the preparation that you're going to take?
I'm going to make sure that it's in my wallet. So I'm going to keep it on my ledger.
Which wallet?
It doesn't matter as long as you have your private keys and you're holding your Bitcoin. It really doesn't matter because what's going to happen is that somebody's going to probably make an exchange. Is going to make a splitting device on there, some sort of software, or you're going to have websites where you can split your Bitcoin from chain to chain, or the people are going to make Bitcoin Classic wallets where you can split it right on there. But the point is, you want to have your Bitcoin. Don't keep it on exchange because then it's up to the exchange on whether they're going to put that software on there or not, or grant that Bitcoin to who's it worth. But the point is, keep it on. Like, for example, did you have Ether when it split and turned into Ethereum Classic?
Yeah, but I didn't split my coins because from at that point, my understanding was if I were to split my coins and trade my Ethereum Classic, my Ethereum would go with it.
No.
I totally lost out then.
You probably can still do it. Some sites still let you split your Ether. I'm not sure if you can do it on my Ether wallet, but it was the same kind of process. So
yeah, see, that's why I asked, because I totally missed out on that split then, because from my understanding was if I split it...
You probably still have Ether Classic somewhere.
That's awesome. That would be exciting.
Yeah. I guess it was scary. I guess I can understand why you'd be scared, but I split it right away and sold that crap right away, and then it pumped. But no, it's going to be self-explanatory. The thing is, I wouldn't worry about it too much, except keeping it off the exchange right now, because when it comes to the point to split it, as long as you have your Bitcoin in your address and the ability to move it whenever you want, I'll make a video about it. You'll make a video about it. Everybody will make videos about it. It's kind of like needless worrying ahead of time now. Unless I don't know. I wouldn't worry about it too much. It'll make sense.
All right. Thank you.
I'm not a coder myself, so I'm not making the software, but I know I'll talk about where you can find it.
Well, I know Jack's wallet had the split contract built into it, so that was convenient. And I'm hoping that Ledger Blue does the same thing. I mean, I know that I've said it a couple of times. I really hope Jax makes a wallet for the Ledger Blue. Like, I really want them to make an app for that so we can get Shapeshift up on that hardware wallet.
Jax is making a wallet though, a hardware wallet.
I didn't see that. I just
I talked about it a long time ago. Yeah, it's like a Jax hardware. Let me look it up. It was a long time ago. I hope they're still making it, but they got delayed by the whole Monero fiasco. Yeah, it's called a Jax Ice Cube or Jax Cube. Jax Cube.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up buying one of them because I really like Jax. I'm a big fan of them. I mean, 9 platforms and counting?
Yeah.
And that
I had some issues just with
if one operating system says no, I have 9 other operating systems to choose from, and I can access my wallet with Jax.
That's true. That's true. It's great for mining rewards, not keeping all of your money on, because it's not a hardware wallet. I guess I'm only safest now with a hardware wallet until they make a hardware wallet, but it's great for moving small amounts of money and keeping it really accessible, whatever it is. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I can sync to my computer, sync to my phone, sync to iPhone. You're right. It's crazy. It's awesome.
Like it. Another thing I wanted to ask you about, something I've been thinking about a lot since I have a couple coins, and I know you do, and they're going up pretty high, and we both talk about using Coinbase. How do you plan about going around tax season next year? What do you think? How should we approach tax season next year since all these coins are hella up?
You go ahead and hit bitcoin.tax and you go to that website, and they charge something like $15 for 3 months, something pretty cheap where it was like 40 for the whole year. And it automatically goes ahead and downloads everything from the exchanges. So you can, like, it'll keep track of what you bought and sold. And if you were mining like I do, or if you get into mining, you can say this address, keep track of this address on the blockchain, and whenever rewards come into it, that's mining rewards. And then if there are exceptions to that because you're using that money for other things or deposits, you can manually go in there and change it. But that's an easy way to do it. That's probably the best way to take care of your taxes, because who's keeping track of trades and sells? But the exchanges do, and whenever you lose money, if they're capital losses, so you don't have to pay taxes on them. They become exempt. You can deduct them from your gains. So
right. That's something I was talking about to somebody the other day was if you bought Bitcoin, high and it's low, now might be the time to get it out of that exchange and onto a private wallet. If you bought high, kind of get it off the exchange when it's low.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And then convert it to Dash or Monero and then keep it off all eyes.
Yeah. No, I'm not trying to say let's go ahead and do tax evasion, but I am saying that's the point of all this is to keep your money safe and be safe with your money. So I plan on totally going the legal route with this. I hope Bitcoin is way bigger, and I don't want it to get me in trouble when it is.
We already got the hidden tax of inflation, especially when they raise the debt ceiling. So it's I can understand people who don't want to pay taxes. To all you tax people out there.
I pay 1 week of my income a month in taxes.
Yeah, a month? That's a lot.
What I make in 1 week is like what I pay in a month. Something like that. Pretty damn close. It's crazy. I hate taxes.
Yeah. During like the best seasons here on the beach, working in fine dining, I remember I had like a $5,200 paycheck. My actual paycheck came out to $3,100 or something like that. I'm like, that's an obscene amount of money to take from somebody. Yeah, it is what it is, but it's still a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, like I said, hopefully one day these Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I just bought a bunch of other coins. I'm not trying to pump or hype, so I won't mention them. But I bought a bunch of them, and I'm hoping to one day turn that into a yacht. So I don't mind paying my taxes. I'm going to have a yacht.
A yacht's nice.
Oh, I'm totally going to have a yacht. People are going to be like, where do you live? I'm like, wherever I want to dock. I'm good.
Oh, you're talking about living on a yacht, not just
yes. No, I'm going to live on a yacht. If I was like Elon Musk, why even have property? Just get a yacht, live in the middle of the ocean, hire a couple Somali pirates to take care of you, and you'll be good. Yeah,
you got to give them their extortion money tax, but they'll protect you.
Hey, if you pay them, they'll act right. Nobody else gets hurt. Next thing you know, they're organized police, just like we have here.
Yeah. I only want one if they come with a free Somalian parrot. It's the only way.
I just found out the other day that movie, Captain whatever. What was that movie? Look at me, I am the captain now. What was the name of that movie? Oh man, I just found out that was based on a real story. Totally blew my mind.
I don't know.
Anyway,
that's cool. Yeah, after living in an RV for 22 days, I would love to have an RV, but not one that's full of fruit flies. That thing got infested with fruit flies. But yeah, it would be cool to tour around either by, you can get a yacht for the ocean and then you can get an RV for the land and just tour around. See the world.
You've been using Steemit forever, man. I was curious how you've seen that go up and down from making $1,000 an article to like $1 an article.
Yeah.
How have you seen that? And like, do you think Steemit has the steam to keep going with things like FutureNet and Yours Network and stuff like that coming out?
I don't know exactly how FutureNet and Yours work completely as compared to Steemit, but Steemit has been having issues in trying to keep money out of it, is what I find. It's easy to get people to join. You give them some free Steemit, tell people you're going to get money for posting, but how do you get people to invest? And they've had issues doing that. So I don't know. I don't know that they've solved that issue yet. They've lowered the power down. Like they've sped up the amount you power down with. So for example, back when I wanted to power down the Steem, because you have to lock up Steem in order to have voting power, I screwed up. And so by mistake, I sent a crap ton of Bitcoin, because back then, if you had Steem powered up, due to the inflation rate of Steem, you would see if you went into your wallet, your Steam power growing every single second. So it would be up like by 0.001 Steam. And then if you put in even more of your Bitcoin and converted it to Steam power and locked it up, then you would see it would go up like by 0.005 every second. So it became kind of addictive because I realized I was getting free Steam. So I started dumping a bunch of Steam of Bitcoin into it. And I think I even threw some Ether at it. This was like March or no, it was like July when I first heard about it. And then the price shot up. But before that, I didn't realize that because they weren't explicit that it was going to get locked up for a minimum of 2 years. So I didn't realize that. So I was like screwed because I put $5,000 worth of cryptocurrency into it. And I was like, damn, yo, like, sure, I get my voting power. I get like 10 cents per whenever I upvote something, but that's nothing. And it's going to take me 2 years at a payout of something that was like $20 a week because every 7 days, once you start powering down, you get a payment. I was getting like $20. I was like, this is going to take me forever. Then the price started crashing. It hit as high as like $2 or $3. And I bought at the top kept buying on the way up, and then it crashed. Now it's been like at 50. It hit like as low as 10 cents. Or pumped, I think, last week to like 30, and then now like at 20, 18, 16. But it's been a hell of a ride because when it hits that high price, the amount you see per post whenever you get an award jumped up. So I was getting like 1,300 Steam dollars worth, what might now be like $80 worth because of the difference in percentage of market cap that's changed and it changing automatically between that. But it's been crazy. And what I'm doing now is they sped up the rate of Steam power. So now whenever you're powering down, it's not going to take you 2 years. I think it takes more like 2 months now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So you're going to get your Steam back real quick. So the problem is that now you have a lot of people who are still powering down or have been powering down, but now they're powering down in a period of 2 months instead of 2 years. So it's putting a lot of pressure on the price from people who have been powering down, including the co-founder of Steemit, the technical dude who's in charge of all of it. He just left and he's powering down, but he's got millions of Steam. So that's millions of Steam hitting the exchanges because he's probably changing it for Bitcoin or whatever. So it's scary time to be in there if you're trying to sell. So what I'm doing is just straight up selling for Steam dollars and holding that because it's always worth $1. Today I made $1,500 though because something freakish happened with Steam dollars and where it jumped three times what the price normally is. And I woke up at 8 in the morning and sold all of my Steam dollars and made like $1,500. But that was a freak accident. I don't understand what was happening. I tweeted about it like in the morning. So y'all, if you're on Twitter, follow me. If you're on Steemit.
Yeah, follow Omar, guys. It's
I have these dudes. Seen them.
Somebody said it's 3 months power down now, not 2 months.
Oh, 3 months. Thank you. It's a 3 months power down.
Yep.
It was here then as well. It said something like it'll be a long period when you first sent money to it, but it wasn't explicit unless you looked at the fine print. It was going to take 2 years, comments decrypted. So I screwed up. I didn't look enough into it, but I was excited. We were all very excited. I was young. It was a year ago. A lot of changes in a year.
Yeah. Oh my God, so much. I have people that I would never expect to ask me questions about Bitcoin asking me questions all the time. Like, yeah, people I would never expect. So, yeah, year, I went from I don't know nothing to, ask me whatever, I got you. Or I can point them in your direction or something. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know someone that got you. And a lot happens in a year. You learn a lot.
Yeah.
And you also
we know nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was going to say, you also feel like you know nothing.
Yeah, you really don't, because, like, how much have you looked into, like, Z-Snark code to know how secure and private it is? There's always something to learn, and you'll probably learn it. But at the end of the day, it's how you can share that information, I guess, with people. Yep. So I think that's the most important thing. The way you do it, man, is so awesome. Seriously, man, your channel, obviously, thanks, your subscribers, your view counts, all that shows, man. Your thumbs up, it all shows. You don't have to change anything. You don't. Your channel is going to do good things. It's going to go. I try to, dude. I try to change it every day. People are like, yo, your intro song was better before, or like, you shouldn't be in your car. And then you do it outside the car and be like, yo, I missed the car videos. I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, I can't please everybody. But yeah, you do have to listen to people. And I do try to see what most people want to see. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but at the end, I don't know. It's also the back and forth, right? Because you got to listen to people. So I bought a nice camera because people want a nice camera. But I don't give a shit because the most important thing is to get the info out there. So I'll still do shitty camera videos if I have to. I don't care. That's what's important. This was important. But thank you. I appreciate it. And I can tell you're on the same road yourself. So if the only thing I can say for you is just to keep doing it. Like I was working every day. That's why I was making the car videos. I had somebody ask me yesterday, side note, if I was living in my car. I've been asked that 2 or 3 times. I'm like, no, it was just it was the most convenient way for me to make a video.
Right, just parked out front in your car, making a video parked.
Yeah, and then I wake up and shower in the local public beach, and then go do videos
with all your Ether and Bitcoin in your wallet.
Yeah, pretend I'm bathing in it. Imaginary Bitcoin Ether. Not so I don't know. Like you work and you do this stuff on the side, and then hopefully one day you get rewarded by it. I feel blessed in that people do watch the channel, and I'm slowly being able to pull away from the whole fake game I have to play working in hotels.
I know, man. I mean, I like my day job, but I would prefer to do this kind of stuff full time, where I do YouTube videos or write these articles or the podcast, something to that effect. I have a couple of questions here, at least 1 or 2. What camera did you end up buying for your channel? I
bought a Panasonic Lumix GH4 because I looked up what is the best streaming camera and then DSLR streaming cameras, but it's actually a mirrorless camera, and people say it's the best. It's got 4K capability of it, but it actually makes the data files huge, so I don't even mess with that too much. But it's really good. I can live stream with it because what I do now is that I link it to an Elgato game capture, like a game capture card, and then you can stream with it. But the DMC GH4, Panasonic Lumix, good stuff.
Awesome. I got to get one. My girlfriend's been bugging me for a good low light camera.
Yeah,
I've been slacking. I just sent Trevon James my GoPro because I'm on the market to get another camera, and the GoPro doesn't work very well in low light, so I didn't want to put it in a box and never use it. And he's always talking about having a dash cam, so I sent that to him, and we're, like I said, looking to get a new camera. So I'm probably going to grab that one. I like the way it looks.
This one?
Quality. The one that you have, yeah.
Yeah. I got it on eBay. Honestly, on eBay, I got it for $1,200 or like $1,150, $1,160. I used my income tax money. It was great.
So much better than what I did with my income tax. I'm so embarrassed.
Oh, no. What did you do?
Echo, dim the lights to 50%.
That's cool.
I bought smart lights. Every light in my place is a Philips Hue smart light. That was so expensive,
badass,
bro.
Yeah, I know. They're mad expensive. I feel like they're gonna go down in price. You're crazy.
Yeah,
no, who's buying this right now?
It was me. Yeah, I funded the whole goddamn Philips Hue fucking thing because I bought them all. I had the
How do you feel about them?
I love them, dude. For movies, I watched Sharknado 1, 2, and 3 strictly because it interacted with my lights. So when like someone got bitten by a shark, the lights would flash or
really?
It was so.
How does it know? How does it know that?
It uses audio, and so you put your phone on the Sci-Fi app, and it listens for trigger sounds in the movie, and it knows when to flash the lights.
That's crazy. That's awesome,
isn't it?
That's actually really cool. Now
there's other ones, man.
I want to do with my next income tax refund.
There's so much. You don't want to do it. No, it's worth it though. I guess I have enough fun with it.
I just want one light. I'm gonna point it at my phone.
Turn the lights up 100%. I forgot it was dark in here.
Thanks, Box Mining. He subscribed to both of us.
Oh, thank you, bro. For real, I appreciate it. I mean, my subscribers have been growing so fast. I mean, it's friggin' humbling. I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm over 100 a month. So, I mean, that's awesome. I've only been doing this for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And I'm at like
starts
7
off
something.
Slow. Yeah, it just gets quick. I don't even know where these people come from. Like, where were you guys before?
Right? Yeah, I got old videos that I'm being requested to do again just to get it back in the queue, like how to buy Bitcoin with Coinbase. I'm like, but that's all the way back there. That was like one of the first videos I made, and they're like, yeah, but you got to do it again. I'm like, I guess I should do some of them over. I don't want to flood my channel, but I mean, I do have better ways of doing things now, and it didn't change much, but I guess I could do it. I get asked all the time about trading videos on Poloniex, but I am not comfortable trying to help people lose money. I lose enough of my own.
Yeah, I hear you. Just do what you're comfortable with, for sure. You're going to get requests for a lot of videos. Like, hey, you already know.
Yep, I'm picky as hell, though. That's the problem. I turned, dude, here's the craziest thing. That SXSW thing, Southwest by whatever, South by Southwest. I was contacted by a couple people, at least 2 or 3 emails to come down and have like a booth and stuff to talk. And I didn't take it up. I didn't know what I was turning down. And I started seeing all these posts on Facebook of what South by Southwest is. I wanted to so fast take back what I said in those emails because I didn't want to talk on some other person's behalf. They're like, oh, you're really, sociable, blah, blah, blah. Would you like to talk about this at our booth? We'll pay for you. I was like, no, I don't know nothing about you or your booth. Like, I don't want to talk about your product at a booth at an event. I don't know nothing about the event. But I turned down. So like my whole thing now is I'm a yes man. I'm just going to go for it. If I can't do it, I gave it my best. I don't know. Like, I'm just going to go for everything now, man. Like, unless, I'm going to do my due diligence and make sure I'm not, scheming people. But when I get offers to do things like that, I'm going to take them. Yeah.
For sure. It's also, I mean, you meet people and you'll learn what is a scam and what's not as you go through these things.
Biggest crypto regret, bro. What is your biggest crypto regret?
My biggest crypto regret?
Yeah, like, bad video, something crypto related. Like, you're like, oh, if I could go back and stop one crypto event, that would be it.
Probably like 2 weeks ago when I lost like $7,000 in one night in Ether because I did something really stupid. Like I panic sold and the price like went this way and then I bought back in and then I was like, no, I'm going to take some profit. And then I took like this and then it jumped. I just did one of those stupid nights on Poloniex where it was late and I was in LA and I lost like $7,000 in one night. I was like, that was so stupid. That was like months of rent because I'm an idiot. And I didn't follow my advice to like just hold. Yep. So I don't know. Yeah,
it's hard, man. When you're seeing those charts jump, it almost makes you like want to put a thing on your own browser so you can't go to the damn site.
That's why my ledger is so damn handy. But I had a bunch. Oh, it was this. Is that I had a bunch of stop orders on Poloniex. So the price was around, I think, like 50. It was like $46. And so if it hit like every time it would move up, I would put a bunch of orders like sell 50 Ether if it hits 40, sell 50 at 40 at 39.5, sell 50 at 39.2, sell 50 at 38.5, just in case. I would lock in some gains. It wasn't all my Ether or anything like that all the way down, but it was a lot of Ether. And so there was this weird, if you look at the chart, there was this weird thing that happened when it hit 53 US dollars, where somebody's huge sell order got hit and the price touched 35 immediately, because it touched like $40 and hit a bunch of cascading stop orders. So price went all the way down to 35, hit all of my orders, got charged a huge amount of fees on GDAX.com. And then by the time I realized it, the price had jumped back up to like $42. I was like, no. So then I panicked and then I like sold some, then I bought some, then I took some to the bank and I freaked out. But basically it was more than that. It was probably like $10,000. It was something ridiculously stupid.
That is definitely worth being the biggest regret, dude. That is a horror story. Yeah, and everybody should be learning from, everyone learn from other people's mistakes, not your own. That's how you do it.
Yeah, it was a big ouch. It was a big ouch.
Oh man, maybe you'll know the answer to this question because I've been asked it myself. Hopefully we can cover that. Do you know how many Bitcoin our Ledger Blue can hold? Because somebody told me that their Ledger Nano S got maxed out at like 3 whole Bitcoin memory wise. I didn't even know that. I didn't even look into that. I was like, I didn't think that was a thing.
I don't think that is a thing.
Oh, okay. Thank God. Because if you looked at one of my videos on my channel,
that's crazy. That's somebody making a mistake. That makes
maybe it's the Ledger Nano, not the Nano S. But either way, yeah, somebody sent me a couple messages on my video asking me like, how much does the Ledger Blue hold? Because they bought a wallet that can only hold like 3 Bitcoin. I started looking into it. I couldn't find any answers. So I'm with you. I don't know if
that doesn't make any answer because it works with transactions. It's just a bunch of text. So it doesn't make any sense that an account that holds 500 Bitcoin would have more text than an account holding 2 Bitcoin. And so that would cause a limit on a hardware wallet. It doesn't make any sense as far as the blockchain. No, I've never heard of
that. I'm just sending a bunch I have my Ledger Blue and I have my Ledger Nano, the necklace one, and I send some to either one every once in a while just to keep it out of Coinbase.
Yeah, that's smart. I mean, that's smart. I'm pretty much just keeping it as far away from me as I can and away from Coinbase. So yeah, it's all in pretty much my hardware wallets now, except what I'm mining. If I want to play with money, I'll just use my minings. That's it.
Yeah, I use my donations every once in a while. Like I said, I get a donation here or there, and every time I get one, I end up trying to make a move with it, and I lose it. But I appreciate all the donations. It really does help me from losing my own money. I mean, I only did like one or two bad trades today, but it was because I was trying to ride that Bitcoin Plus train.
Yeah, I have a long position there on GDAX. I'm down $53. It's not that bad.
Now, I'm down. I turned 0.1 Bitcoin into 0.3 Bitcoin today, and now I'm at like 0.09.
That's pretty good.
Oh no!
It's literally gambling at a certain point.
Yeah, it is. It is, but it's gambling, but it's like if you could count the cards, you know what I mean? You get to see the buy orders, you get to see the sell orders, you get to see the charts, the lines, and then you could still be wrong.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird, man. It's like, I don't know. The stars have to line up right. I hear what you're saying.
It is like I was going to buy $1,000 worth of Dash when it was at $10. I was just like, something about this, I want it, and I just didn't. And because I made that number up in my head as it went up, I stayed stubborn, and I don't know. And then last night, I'm not going to tell anybody what I bought, but I took 1 Bitcoin and I bought 10 altcoins, 0.1 Bitcoin of each one. And I'm just not going to look at that Poloniex account for a long time, and hopefully those crazy ass sell orders I put in hit and I can buy my yacht.
That's neat. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, because I'm with all these people that like, Bitcoin's not going to get me rich. It's going to be one of these crazy altcoins I gambled with. You know, Bitcoin doesn't move up 1,000%. That's just not going to happen overnight. Not going to happen. But you can see what happened with that Bitcoin Plus or Dash went from $10 to $100.
Yeah, I saw some guy on the forums today said he put $6,000 into various altcoins because he expected them to get their day on Poloniex, like they're all getting every now and then.
That's how I feel.
Yeah,
so.
I bought like on Steinium one day. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Like, what was it Trayvon did? He put like 0.01 Bitcoin.
50 altcoin challenge, man. He's insane.
Yeah. How did that work out for him?
Not well. He got.
I think he lost money.
No. Actually, dude, I was just talking to him today about that. We were just chatting earlier before the interview. He told me he's actually back at 1 Bitcoin and plus, so he actually back into profit. He never sold, so he's
damn awesome. So it worked out. I bet it sounds smart in a way. Like it'll probably work out for you.
He does stay true to the whole you don't lose unless you sell. So it worked out for him.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good to know.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know that before I did my little thing, but like I said, I took 0.1 and broke it up, or it took 1 Bitcoin, 0.1 it out between 10 of them, and I've been watching it. As one goes down, the other goes up. I've only been out 0.1 Bitcoin this whole like fiasco. It's crazy how fast one moves up and one moves down.
Yeah.
But if anything goes 2,000 plus, we're going on a cruise around with my yacht, bro.
You call me, just let me know. You come over to California, just sail over, and make your way somehow over.
I have a video coming in late November, early December because I booked a cruise. Bitcoin paid for my trip to the Bahamas.
Damn.
Yeah, I cashed out a little bit when it hit 13, and I'm not regretting it. I was like, let me just sell some, and I did. And me and my girlfriend decided to look up Bahama cruises, and Bitcoin's paying for the Bahamas, man.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. I would not have been able to have moved out here to the beach, let alone move across the country had it not been for Ether and Bitcoin, let alone consider not even working right now. It wasn't for Ether and Bitcoin. And then you have people who are like, oh, but it's not real. I remember I got in a fight with a dude who was in marching band with me in college, and he was a clarinet player. I was in drumline, and this kid was the kid that everybody said thought he knew everything, and he studied economics. And so he gets in a fight with me because he's telling me, yeah, but it's not real. It's fake. It's fake money. It's just a bubble and it's going to crash. And I'm thinking, dude, I wish I could tell him, I cashed out. Even if it does crash, it doesn't matter because I made profit. So you're missing the boat because you're scared of some imaginary thing that has never happened like that. At least not to me. If you cash out and make your profit and take your Bahamas trip.
Right.
So
yeah, you got to enjoy profits somewhere at some point. I mean, I'm going to plug them. I love them. I'll probably try to get a link in the bottom somewhere. Yeah. Use it. Purse.io. I love Purse. Every single time me and my girlfriend try to buy something on Amazon, I'm like, hold up. We're getting 20% off because we're going to use Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I have a question here. It's been asked like 8 times. I tried to avoid it, but we'll get to it.
Raiders,
It's yeah. Block Noob wants to know what's going to happen, or what do you think will happen if Vitalik and Casper doesn't get implemented properly? Doom and gloom, I should say. What do you think would happen in that what if?
The price would go down, but it wouldn't die because smart contracts exist.
I didn't even want to ask, bro, but it was there like 3 or 4 times, so I had to.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have people there. It's not just Vitalik out of Vlad Zamfir. There are a bunch of other developers pushing for this. Ultimately, what I think in that case, what would happen is that Ethereum would stay proof of work. So you'd have mining. You'd still have the same smart contract solidity language. People would get better at using it. So it would still have the same bug fixing capabilities. You're still going to have all these companies that have already fueled and created dApps and are creating dApps, and they already got their ICO stuff. So they're probably going to be implementing their stuff on either Rootstock, smart contracts, in order to get the speed that they're going to need, or through the Lightning, through the Raiden network. So hopefully they succeed. But either way, you have different options for them to be able to get these smart contracts moving really, really fast without Casper. Casper's just, it's not necessary. Let's just put it that way. Ethereum's already born. Ethereum Classic Grant would be what wants to be what Ethereum would be if Ethereum failed. So basically just stay proof of work in that kind of way, in a sense. I don't know. Yeah, basically the price would crash and eventually would jump up again.
Yeah, exactly what I would. Yeah. James Bond says the Ether would fork in that scenario, most likely. Don't tell Vitalik that. Yeah. I guess I'll ask a final question here, a wrap-up question. One of 2, I should say. As a very successful, very popular YouTuber, what, not advice just for me, but for someone watching that wants to do this, what advice do you have for a up-and-coming starting YouTuber like myself or somebody else?
Just
like what advice do you wish you could have gotten?
I don't know. Just have fun, yo. Like, just have fun. Just be yourself. So if you're trying to do the same thing, like just kind of vlog and be yourself, then talk about whatever's exciting to you. Half the time, there's so much news going on every day that I kind of have to decide what I want to talk about. So a lot of it I have to ignore. So I just decide to talk about what I want to talk about. And you're going to have haters. You're going to have people who come out your channel and say, hey, I don't like your shirt, Vitalik, because you're wearing a cat shirt. But at the end of the day, you're just going to be like, you know what, screw it, because I have all the people that I do like, and focus on the good energy, not the bad, because at the end of the day, we can choose the frequencies in our minds and vibes that we want to attract. So put yourself in the frequency of, you know, if I keep doing this, even through the bad times when the DAOs crash and I have less people watching my channel, I'm only getting 2 subscribers a day versus 100, what can I do to help my channel? So, I mean, one of the things I did also was I went on Instagram and I tinkered with things like ad promotions. So I was like, let me make ad promotions. So I went on Instagram. I literally took like a picture of one of my things and I promoted it to different countries. So I did it. I did that specifically at a period where in India, the rupee had been like, the $500 and $1,000 rupee notes have been taken out of circulation. So I thought maybe people will be interested in Bitcoin. Not because I'm not getting anything specifically out of it that much of them watching my stuff, but I know I'm helping them. Plus, they're watching my channel. Plus, I'm sharing the word around the world, and that ultimately, I'm not going to try to market just to Americans because the ads that they watch are worth more on YouTube. But it's cool to know that people are spreading the word because it's a butterfly effect. One little thing you do helps everywhere else. So that you already have a sexy website, so get yourself a sexy website, and then you can market it that way as well. And try to make yourself, I don't know, you know, just talk to people. You're personable. Just keep talking and stay positive. That's it. Through the shitty times and the good times. Like when you lose $10,000 a night.
Yes. Yes.
Wake up and make a video the next day and just keep doing it.
True.
That's it. You got this. Just keep doing it. Just be yourself. You got this.
Thank you, man. It is nerve-wracking, man. I get nervous sometimes before I make a video because you want it to be the best. You know what I mean? You don't want to just throw it out there. But sometimes the best ones are the ones you just throw out there.
Yeah. Exactly. Like it surprises me sometimes. Sometimes, like I remember one of the videos I made was like, "Oh, F is at $46." Like the price had been going up. All I did was make a quick like 5-minute video and said kind of what was going on, and then everybody's like, "Oh, best video, loved it, so good." And I'm like, because that's not because you did an amazing video. It's because somebody's in a good mood. So sometimes when people give you hateful comments, it's them, it's not you. So you're right. At the end of the day, perfection, like, it's just such a personal thing because it's not real.
Right, you're right.
It's good to be detailed, but at the end of
The
the day,
videos I put all my editing and time into don't get as many views as the ones I do when I just walk to work or something in the morning, like just recording myself walking.
yeah, that's what I got from some of the people who did want me to make card videos, because it's more personable rather than the person that they're used to seeing on TV. It's kind of like alternative media. It's cool to get who you are. I like your background. You have an awesome background because I get to see who you are just by looking at it. I can tell you're legit. You didn't just rent this space and get a green screen.
No,
That's space.
Ooh, look at that. I had this going as well on Instagram. And to funnel them to this video, they can't hear you, so they can only hear me.
Yeah. And yeah, James Bond, I realize most of those people don't watch my videos. And it's funny because there are people who become interested in Bitcoin or Ethereum, and then they'll subscribe at that point, and then you'll never hear from them again. So you're absolutely right, James Bond. That's why you got to appreciate the people who do come out a lot, like Jay Leno, James Bond Fairy. They watch like everything I do. Block Noob recently.
Yeah, so James Bond really looks me out, man. James Bond has probably won every single giveaway I've done. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Damn,
he's always there, man. Yeah, it's awesome.
He said something funny the other day. I forgot what it was. Damn it, it was yesterday. Damn it, James Bond's cool, guys. Barry Gunn, that's a good guy right there.
Hey, here's a hint. I don't think anybody sniffed that Dash wallet, but I did a video on Dash a couple days ago, and there's a Dash paper wallet in a 1-second clip, like in Fight Club, at the end of that video, James Bond. So I don't know if you sniffed that Dash paper wallet or not. It was a while ago. No, I don't think anyone took it. I didn't see any comments.
Yellow Fever has been here watching it all. And Joe Hall. I know I've seen that guy around.
Yellow something. I call him.
These are the good ones right here. You have all of the good ones. These are the hardcore people right here.
They are, dude. They are very active in my comments and that stuff. Yo, the comments. Seriously, guys, the comments are 100% what make me want to do another video, because I suffer from like anxiety to the 10th degree. I usually have to smoke a lot of weed before I do one of these interviews and videos and stuff like that. And then to counteract the stoned look, I chug a Red Bull. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the comments that are like, dude, do a video here. I like this video. It really helps me overcome that anxiety. So I love my audience, and I haven't seen much hate, and I don't want to antagonize it, but I really haven't. I've been embraced in this Bitcoin community with open arms, man. Like, look where I'm at right now. I'm talking with Omar, like crypto with an O, bro, like a zero. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy right now.
When I first saw your video, I felt so like, damn, my shit looks terrible. Like, yo, this guy's great. He's going places, because look at this crap that I'm putting out, these car videos, and this guy got like a cool, sexy little thing on the side. He's got an interview coming up with Dimitri Buterin. I'm like, damn, this guy's going places. And what the hell am I doing? I'm making crappy car videos. So
I did notice after we started talking a lot, you got yourself that sexy intro clip. That was a good idea. I mean, I was like the first thing I made.
It's the third one I've had. The first one, go back to like my first video, Ethereum news, piece of crap. It was great. And then before that, I was a fractal pianist, because I only did fractal piano videos. I
watched a bunch of those videos, man. They're pretty good, though. You're pretty good.
Thank you, man.
I'm jealous of pianists because I'm not ambidextrous. I would play if I could. It's my favorite instrument to listen to, actually, piano and violin.
Yeah. It's intense. I say it's easy to learn piano. It's impossible to master. I wasn't playing piano when I was 3 years old, unfortunately, so I don't have perfect pitch or anything like that, but I like to do it. Like, I just like to do it. By the way, So Guitarist, I heard you were in marching band too. You're a guitarist, I think. I played snare. I was a center snare of high school and in college, and drumline. I only played snare. Pretty much, that's it. Snare and percussion, pit. I was in the percussion.
Yellow is my favorite. Yellow's channel is awesome, guys. If you want to do mining stuff, his videos are awesome. let's see what we got going on in here. Anything we can cover before we wrap this up?
Just good vibes.
I guess I'm going to ask you my final question, bro. Can you explain Ethereum in 10 words or less?
Yo, who am I, Vitalik? Okay, hold on. Let me think.
I actually think when we asked, he failed. Or no, Dimitri, his dad. We asked his dad, and he couldn't wrap it up in 10 words.
The platform connecting every object, smart contract, person, and an individual cross borders.
Yo, dude, I mean, the delivery was a little wonky, but that is perfect.
You get the idea a little bit. I don't know. That's a hard one.
It is hard, but
maybe somebody else here has a better one. One word. Damn, Thomas, that's intense. Damn, raising the stakes. One word.
Let's see what the comments come up with. All right, guys, there you go. Everybody leave a comment, 10 words or less. You guys try to explain Ethereum, and we're going to go and let Omar get back to his life. Dude, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. And everyone, go check out Cryptos News with a zero. .com. The link will be down there. It's actually already down there in the description box. So go check out Omar's website. And if you have the time, go check out the BitcoinPodcast.com. And you can check this out. It should be uploaded in the next couple of days on the website on my own channel on the podcast.
What kind of stuff do you try to cover? Because I know some people might not have maybe some people watching came from my channel or whatever. Like what kind of videos do you cover exactly, specifically? What do you try to do?
On my channel, I try not to do so much opinion. I love your opinions on things, and I like Trayvon and people like that. And I'm not as early into the game as you guys, so I just try to be hands-on. So my channel is more like, you have Bitcoin now, what the hell do you do with it? You know what I mean? So I try to do videos with like sportsbet.io, purse.io, websites. I have another video coming out in a couple of days where it's like Gleam, Gleam for YouTube, where you can do your giveaways. Well, there's a website you can make like a game where you do like a giveaway where you can get people to go to your YouTube channel, subscribe, Facebook, like, and they earn entries for the thing that you're giving away. Well, I found one that does that, but with Bitcoin. So like, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to show people, now that you have this digital currency, besides staring at it and watching it gain value, what can you do with it?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. So that's very different from my channel. That's what's awesome. Like Trayvon's got his style, and he's pretty much all opinion. And then you got Craig Grant being crazy.
Yeah, being Craig Grant, crazy. He's so crazy.
The example of just don't make your video. Who cares? And yeah, it's awesome to see you. I wish you much success. Thank you so much for having me, Kenneth. I'm glad we finally got to do this, and hopefully it's not the last time. Maybe I can have you on my channel sometime.
Yes, dude, anytime. And maybe we can get one or two of the guys from the podcast as well. We can make it like a party, man.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, for sure.
That'll be great. All right, man. Well, thanks.
All right, dude. Have a night. Tell Ellie I said have a night.
Kenneth says have a night. He says tell Ellie have a night. Let me see.
Oh my stop. Night.
Have a night. All right, brother. Have a night, man. Peace.